battle going on here, but I'm sure by the end of the day we will. Good morning, YouTube. And if you're watching this as a rerun, you can skip ahead 23 minutes and 82 seconds. There's the big guy right there.
What's up?
So, this is a weekly ritual that I've been doing almost 3 years now.
Oh, you're still hitting.
And this is how much I've drank out of 3 years.
Nice.
Right? I haven't been getting ticks. Make sure the audio. Let me know if the audio is working there, people on YouTube. Morning, Waylon.
I love the shot glass.
You like that?
Nice.
Picked it up in Santiago.
Santiago.
You better do it. I'm That is the whiskey that Metallica makes.
Oh, nice.
And if anybody's watching, don't waste your money. It's absolutely terrible.
Oh,
It's bad.
thanks. Have you had that Jesse James whiskey? Not Jesse James. Yeah, Jesse James Dupree or whatever.
The motorcycle dude?
Yeah, from Jackal.
Oh. No, that's the wrong guy then.
Yeah, no, there's
a different dude.
Yeah, the lead singer for Jackal. You know, the chainsaw.
Oh yeah, I know.
guy.
Yeah.
He's got his own line of whiskey. I guess it's supposed to be pretty decent.
I don't know about that. Cheers.
Right on.
Here's to the first branding of the year today.
Yippee-ki-yay.
And to all the people that said that ivermectin was going to kill me.
Still here.
Still here. Jesse calls you the bearded wonder.
The bearded wonder. Yes, I am. It would have been bigger too. We went down to Tuscan, as you would say. Tucson,
Arizona.
And spent an hour at the pool. Ended up got sunburned except for where my beard was. I have a total white outline, but my beard was another 2 inches longer. And then we went to this barber, found a local barber, and he's one of the there's 3 OGs of Tucson or Tuscan, whatever you want to say. And the last time we were there, went and saw the other guy, and then this time we just happened on went and found breakfast, and then this little barber shop next door. And went in and got a beard trim from the grandson of the owner, and the owner's been in cutting hair for 45 years. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was longer than about to there.
So you're claiming that this is 2 inches? Is what
Well,
you're saying? Okay.
You're correct.
Interesting.
You are a man. It's all good.
Morning, Karen. Thank you for tuning in on KOLY. What else? I think we got the Flath calling in here shortly.
Oh, dear Lord.
He can call in any time, and we can get you set up there, buddy.
He's kind of a big deal, I heard.
He is a big deal.
Yeah.
He is. Oh, I was going to try to find what the... Can I get the... Maybe that's the section I need to go to here. That is not as good as what they email me. Whoops. Just tip over my
Things are
webcam.
wobbling.
Tip over my webcam. Let's see if I can find it. What I want here.
Is that a salt blaster?
Yes.
Nice.
I asked everybody that comes here on Jesse. I I asked Jesse if he would take one in the butt, and he says no. Are you ready?
You can shoot me. Hold on, let me chew up for this one first.
Here it is. The branding we're going to is Turk and Jay's today. We're going to Montana.
Should I take it off the side or take it off the ass?
I don't care where you take it. I'm going to shoot you.
It's just salt. It ain't gonna kill me. Hold on.
That's what I told him.
Jesse's not a real man.
Well, turn a little bit so your tattoo doesn't get it. I want to see if it does anything.
Nope, nothing.
Well, there's some speckles.
And Jesse,
It
wouldn't
looks
take
like
one?
it looks like you got road rash. That's awesome. All right, Eric. Good morning, Scott. Good morning. Thanks for tuning in here. I'm gonna have to call him now. He's gonna hate that.
But Jesse wouldn't take it?
He would not do it.
Oh my God.
That was pretty good flinch for nope, nothing.
I was nervous. Come on. Well, tell him the story where you shot me with the blow dart gun
I know.
and Brookings. I might still have a welt from that.
We used to do a lot of stupid shit, and I'm glad we're still doing it, man. I'm
Yep.
glad we're still there.
Yep.
Calling me now. I see.
Morning, Jesse.
Morning.
And you wouldn't take a shot from that thing?
No, I was out.
Come on, buddy. I thought you were a man.
Nope.
Oh,
No, nope, not a man.
At least I'm
I am
honest.
not a
I
man.
am nothing like a man.
Whalen said on the plus side, it makes for a good dance floor when you're done. Yeah. It's like dance wax.
Yeah.
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 So that's what it takes to be a guest in studio now. There, you set the bar.
Admission fee.
Admission fee. I'm trying to find a legislative update here from the Stockmen's Association, and I can't find it.
Huh.
So I'm going to search it on my phone.
Call Julie mid-show. When she answers, be like, by the way, you're live on the air.
That was just a press release. Produces a voice in Washington. I know there's some stuff going on here, but this is not what I was looking for. Oh, well. Whalen says, oh, that's the one we already read. Okay. We need Jesse inform me that no matter what happens this year, I have to take 3 days off and go fishing.
Nice. Can you make that happen?
I'm going to have to. He told me to. Here's the thing. What time is it? Yeah, we got time. When a person doesn't take time for two things in life, family and fun.
I was going to say family and friends. That's my
Well,
hiccup.
but I consider friends part of my family because,
Ah.
you know what I mean? I don't have kids or anything like
Yeah.
that. So I mean, friends and family are the same thing to me.
Okay.
And fun. If you don't take time for a little, okay, you got to balance everything in life. But if you don't take time for either one of those things, especially, I mean, a lot of people take time for their family, right? And family and friends. But they don't just stop and say, let's go have some fun.
Mhm.
Let's take a salt gun and shoot somebody in the ribs.
Letterbuck.
Right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they sit there in the rest of their life going,
This is
we
boring.
lost a local guy. He was He drove the activity bus for the high school kids for like ever. I don't know when he started, Jesse, in the 80s, 90s.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
good, probably 40 years. He wasn't a full-time driver all that way back, but back 25, at least 25 years ago,
yeah,
as a full-time driver.
yeah, and that guy took time to have fun.
Nice.
He did, man, and he died the way that any old cowboy would want to. He went down to feed his horses, and he died.
Oh, wow.
No,
Wow.
yeah, I guess she found him down laying with the horses,
Yeah.
and what a way to go!
Yeah.
Right?
That's the only thing a guy can hope for is you find something you love and you're able to finish it out
Absolutely.
like that.
Yeah.
That's the same way my dad went.
Yeah, your dad was he was farming. He was getting
Yeah.
ready for the fields and doing it.
Yeah.
My dad sat in a hospital bed with cancer, I mean, that's no way to go.
Yeah, no,
Man, good grief.
we all said it was the best. It was the best ending that a person could have. He was out working with my brother. My brother was digging out a dredge ditch with a excavator, and Dad was driving it was a John Deere front wheel assist loader, and had just dumped a pile of branches and had the bucket up in the air and was backing up. And as he was turning, the one tire hit a stump and flopped the tractor over. And the beautiful thing that happened is he didn't get shot out of the cab or anything. He just hit his head on that side door post,
Right.
and he was just knocked out. So my brother climbed up on the tractor, shut it down, and didn't have to see Dad all mangled up. And for
Yep.
us, when we got there, we get to the hospital, and Dad's just laying there sleeping. He's not hooked up to any machines, nothing, just had crazy internal
Yeah.
brain hemorrhaging and that kind of thing. And we were able to spend, what was it, 2.5 days over Thanksgiving. And he just went peacefully, so
Excuse me.
like you said, with the other gentleman too, to be able to go down
Yep.
and water his horses and go out that way. Cause I know for my dad, if he would have had to be in a nursing home or not be able to go out, that would have killed him.
It's no way to go, man.
Nope.
And hey, no discredit to nursing homes and assisted living places
Yeah.
because they do a hell of a job, right?
Yeah.
But same thing, Eric. This guy, one of my watchers, listeners out of the Pierre area, he lost his young son
Oh, wow.
in a drowning accident,
Oh, wow.
and he watches the show and he says, "One can't let life pass you while you work your life away." He said, "I thought I had a lifetime to do stuff with Joseph and can only cherish the memories now." So,
Oh,
yeah. Jim says, "My dad had a stroke while fishing and passed the next day." Yeah.
no, that's good words.
So, like, the only person right now, Jesse, that still has their dad is you. So cherish that shit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you do. I mean, you guys go down to Arizona, have a little fun. You go on vacations together. So that's good.
Yeah, we get together. Well, plus being in business with him, I talk to him 3-4 times a week at least on average through Zoom. So the technology these days with being able to video call and different things, there's no real need or excuse to not stay in touch with family if you want to.
Agree.
Mhm.
But
That
you
is if
want
your
to,
family
that's a
wants
big
to.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. Yeah. Well, today is Grind Your Gears Day on the show. So are you ready for this?
Well, I was in the whale's vagina last week, so
You were in
Excuse me?
He was in Santiago. According to
Ron Burgundy.
Ron Burgundy, the loose translation is a whale's vagina. The
Only
translation's
you,
been
Jesse.
lost somewhere in there.
Only
so.
you, Jesse. That's classic, man.
Good evening. I'm Ron Burgundy. Waylon says mine will probably go tuning up a vehicle or putting in a food plot. Yeah. Yeah. Waylon's dead. Yeah. Eric says my dad was out in the water about 15 feet from shore on the bottom. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Isn't that something, So when I was living in Brookings and teaching classes, and I think it was for 3 months, I asked all my students, what's your biggest fear? And let's conquer this fear, right? In the next 3 months, in the next testing cycle, let's conquer one fear. And the kids asked me what mine was. And I said, I've never learned how to swim.
Oh, really?
Never did. So one of my students' parents owned the hotel that had an indoor swimming pool. So for 3 months, I went up there and I taught myself how to survive. I'm not going to say I taught myself how to swim. I could make
I will say right now that is an accurate statement.
I am not efficient at swimming, but I can get from point A to point B in if it's a short point A to B.
You can make the journey.
I can make the journey. And
let me put it this way. Yeah. If he's in the water with no life jacket on, which does not happen very often.
Well, hold on now. I will go into a pool without a life jacket, but not on the big lake.
Even in a pool, if you're in the water and he don't have a life jacket on, and you come towards him aggressively, whether he's going to drown or not, you are getting punched in the face.
I will kill you. There. Okay. So yeah. So stations, I didn't do a countdown here, but anyway, I'll do one here. It's 7:01 here shortly. But here's the thing: is I can do enough to save myself if I'm in the water. I think. Okay.
Yeah.
But people jump in the water and they try to have fun. Don't come to me and have fun in the water. No. All right, station 70100, 70100 on Mark. So don't do that.
Yeah, that's kind of the same way my dad is. My dad grew up in Garrison, 5-10 miles from the biggest lake in the state, and he never really went swimming and never took swimming lessons and never learned. He's the same way. In a swimming pool, he can not drown. That's about it, but we go out in a boat. I mean, I got a big enough boat to be pretty comfortable on most waves, and that life jacket's on before the boat's off the trailer, or he's not coming. Like, he's just not comfortable.
I took a swimming lesson when I was a kid.
Yeah,
I failed it. All right, but anyway, I learned. Gene Cox says,
no, I don't.
But do you play jazz flute? He's seen the anchor man. Waylon says, I swim like a rock, but can paddle enough to stay afloat. Cannonball was only waist deep in our area, the Cannonball River. Oh,
nice.
Yeah, and you come out with a ball sack full of leeches too.
Leeches.
Yeah, that was the same thing with me. Where I grew up, we never went swimming. All we did was farm. Never went to a lake, never went on a boat. And then I learned when I was in college. I had a buddy of mine that taught me the same kind of thing. I can get from point A to point B. It's not real good. And then years later, went to the YMCA. They built a new one in Wilmer, Minnesota, and they hired me on as the YMCA. Nice. They hired me on as the equipment manager for the weight room.
Oh, and then, I was going to say equipment manager for the girls volleyball team.
Negative. But then they were looking for lifeguards. So they asked me, you want to go through lifeguard training? I'm like, okay. And went through this course. And the funny thing was, there's part of the one part of the test is you go out with a partner and the one person blows their air out, goes to the bottom, and the other person has to rescue them, Well, I can hold my breath forever. I can barely stay afloat as it is. So I go in with this gal. We get out to the deep end, and the instructor says, go. I blow my air out, and boom, I'm right to the bottom sitting there. She's got, they've got that noodle thing that you hold on to when you're doing lifeguard stuff, that's hooked to you. Well,
I don't know anything you're talking about right now, man.
With a lifeguard, if you ever see them at a pool, they've always got like a foam noodle or something to help them float. So she's got that, and she dives down to get me and can't get me up off the floor. She goes back up for air again, dives down to get me again. Meanwhile, I'm sitting on the bottom going, I'm dying. Can you give me a little assistance here, lady?
Help me.
Yeah, help. Yeah. But so that's about the extent of mine. So I'm like you. I can get from point A to point B, but it's not efficient.
Face your fears, Levi Nelson. Hey, Levi, you should call and talk about your turkey hunt today, by the way, since I know you're at work, but come on, seriously, you're not at work. He said, I refused to swim after my sister tried drowning me in a stock dam when I was a kid. Todd Mitchell says, lol, lots of love, waist deep. Is that full of garbage? Waist.
Mhm.
Right. Todd's an old radio guy, so like we think of this stuff in our mind that we talk to ourselves a lot because we need expert advice. All right, 60, more than 60 seconds until showtime. Did you see the Schriefer Branding change their schedule?
I did not.
They are going on the 13th.
Well, when did that happen? Yesterday?
It happened 30 minutes ago.
Oh.
All right, station, 60 seconds till showtime, which isn't much different than what we're doing now. Except I'll try to talk clear. And I have music. I have an intro bed.
13th is a Saturday.
Yep.
Huh.
I'm sure you'll see him at Wassums today.
Yeah.
We might.
Interesting.
Jay and I might bring Grimace up.
Grimace.
The big truck that you drove?
Are you coming to Wassums?
No.
Oh, to Schrieffer's.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I heard you're a
Hold
shifting
on. We
machine.
got 20 seconds here.
Sorry.
We're gonna go quiet until standby stations. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Saturday edition of Dakota Prairie Outdoors. I'm your host, Scott Bachmeyer, here on a beautiful Saturday, and I say that because we have just a little bit of showers. Not enough to, settle the dust or anything, but at least a hope and a glimpse of what we could have as moisture coming our way. In studio with me, John Anderson from Glick, Minnesota.
Good morning, Dakota Prairie Outdoors.
Yeah. Did you know that there is a Glick beer?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
Do they still make that?
They do. It's not the greatest, but any beers. A free beer is a good beer. is what
Free
I would
beer's a
say.
good beer. Okay, so we can get into the beer argument about what's been going on in the last month about beer, but why would we? Okay.
Nope.
Well, we might get into that. However, I'm missing every single Saturday since your wedding.
Yeah.
Dave from Minnesota has been texting me and saying hello, and this morning he's not texting me.
Dave from Minnesota?
Yeah.
I don't know who Dave.
I think he was the guy that was the bridesmaid's husband.
No, that's Joe.
Oh, that's Joe?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at least I got it close.
Yeah.
Anyway, also on the line here, Jesse Flath, Western Frontier Insurance. Good morning, Jesse.
Morning.
So today we're going to do a little Dakota Prairie Outdoors open lines. What's on your thoughts? Because I can't officially say what's on
your mind.
What's on your mind? I can't. I'm the court system said that I can't say that.
What?
I'll say it for you.
There's a
100
guy. There's a guy that has a show called.
What's on your?
Yeah.
For sure.
You can say it. I can't
What's
say
on
it.
your mind? He says.
And I was sent a cease and desist letter of saying that.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So we're gonna call it the "What's on Your Mind" show today.
No, we're not,
Oh.
because I don't need that.
Oh.
I don't need that. I don't need that headache right now, my friends.
Sorry.
Anyway, we're gonna call it Grind Your Gears. All right. What's on your thoughts today? I got a lot of text messages coming in already on this stuff here. So, but anyway, turkey hunting is a big deal in many areas, especially if you're in the southern states of the United States. It is bigger than deer or elk hunting. And a friend of mine by the name of Levi Nelson, who claims he's coming to my branding on June 2nd, is I don't know if he shot like 40 or 50 turkeys or something like that, but he claims he's at work and refuses to call in, Jesse, because he doesn't want to talk about his turkey hunt, evidently.
Yeah, must have had a bad situation.
Well, he has pictures all over social media. You know, I'll tell you this, though. I found 2 turkeys at the ranch up on the hayfield fighting. And I came back and got my bow and I went back up there and I completely missed them.
Yeah, I know my nephews came down, and my mom lives by LaBolt, South Dakota, and we've always had wild turkeys in the area. I remember as a kid, they used to roost right on the chicken coop right next to our house.
Really?
And yeah, Dad hated them because
Most people hate turkeys.
they poop on everything. And there was one Tom that would always chase us. That was a mean son of a and but anyway, so my nephew came up last weekend, and we went and drove him around the pasture and kind of scouted out some spots where they were, and saw a couple toms. And then the next day they went out and tried to get some hunt in on them, and couldn't get a shot on anything.
Yeah.
But I've never done turkey hunting. That sounds to me, is it true that their vision is amazing and that's why you have problems shooting them, or is it sound?
Here's the thing: is people always use around here. A lot of people like archery. They do.
Oh.
It's a little bit more sporting. You get into some areas, people only use shotguns. And I either way, it doesn't matter to me. I know it is illegal in this state to use a 6.5 Creedmoor on a turkey, though.
Really?
It is. And there's a lot of goofy laws going on. But anyway, so that's the whole thing about turkeys. Now, we got a whole issue. We got a whole thing going on my YouTube channel talking about the what's on your thoughts issue that we were talking about. And I appreciate your support, everybody. I do. Thank you. Gene says the mayor, Mobridge, says it's Kentucky Derby Day today, and he believes the fastest horse will win.
That's wise words.
Very profound from the mayor himself, though. So yeah, Jesse, the last time we were turkey hunting, I think it was 5-6 years ago, 7 years ago. I think it was.
I don't even remember,
because we were out in the calving pasture, and we were coyote hunting, and then it turned into a turkey hunt. Is what it turned into. Before Jesse got all serious about taking over his insurance business and everything like that. So now he's a little bit busier, but he's got kids that he's taken, and we were going to take his girls hunting last year. And during the turkey season, we got bombarded with feet of snow, and we never did get it done, did we?
No, I never even got out in the field with him. We never went out one time.
No, not at all. We got people. I'm trying to keep up with all the messages coming in here on my dashboard on my YouTube channel. If you want to tune into that, it's Dakota Prairie Outdoors Radio. Anyway, phone lines are open. 888-932-5682. That's 888-9-DAKOTA if you want to spell that out. And we'll get to a lot of your comments coming in here as well here, talking about when antelope, or pronghorns, I should say, because Jesse and I were hog hunting in Texas. And we were going around with Bill Morrow, was the owner of the ranch that we were at. And he had this really cool thing. He took a half-ton Chevy pickup, and he put was it like 8-foot deck up on top, and he extended the steering wheel all the way through the cab, all the way up to the top deck. And he had boat controls for the throttle and the brakes. And that's how he went around his ranch scouting for hogs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we had our rifles mounted up on top, and it was cool, man. I wanted to build one of those in the worst way, but
yeah, when you sat down up on that platform, your feet, the level that your feet were at, was about a foot to a foot and a half higher than the top of the cab.
Yeah, it was awesome.
You were up there.
Yeah, it was fun.
Was it stable, like when you were driving around, or did it feel?
It was.
Oh, really?
On his ground, it was stable. I wouldn't take it through my my winter pasture. I wouldn't take it through. Well, okay, let me rephrase that. I would take it through, but I think I'd be sitting in the cab doing it and let everybody else sit on top. But yeah, it was a great way to doing that. But Jesse and I went down there, and we got informed of how to hunt hogs. And you want to talk about something that's got a nose that can smell everything. Wild boars, man, those things are hard to hunt. If you spent 32 hours in the cab of a pickup driving from North Dakota down to Texas without a shower, it was difficult.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. And Jesse and I were using archery equipment. And toward the last day, I switched to grabbing my 270. I took one with my 270, and then all the it was a sow, and then all the piglets came back, and then I grabbed my archery equipment and I shot 2 piglets.
Nice.
So Jesse got a couple though right away on the, I think, first or second day you got one.
Yeah, I shot one at night with a rifle, and then that was off that pickup we were just kind of cruising around in the dark. And then I got 3 more, I think the last day that we were there. So
yeah. That's good stuff. Good eating. Anyway, we're up against our
it was
first
a good
break.
time.
We're going to talk a little bit about different rules in different states coming up in the next portion of the program. Phone lines are open. You guys want something to grind your gears? Questions, comments, concerns? 888-932-5682 is the phone number. It's a toll-free number if you want to go in. And if you can't, remember that it's 888-9-DAKOTA. And I'll answer some of the comments that are coming in on my dashboard here off air because we're going to have to do that to be legal. We'll be back after this. Pfeiffer's Auction and Realty would like to invite you to their next equipment auction. Go to Pfeiffer's.com and check out the Weber online-only equipment auction in Cando, North Dakota on Thursday, May 4th. And on Friday, May 5th, the Eastern Montana Regional Equipment Auction out of Ekalaka, Montana. Tuesday, May 9th, the Blana Farm Retirement Equipment Auction in Kensal, North Dakota. For more information or to bid online, go to Pfeiffer's.com. Rockin' 7W has all the panels you need. Freestanding panels, windbreak panels, feeder panels, and the original protester panel. If you don't know what that is, it's a sort panel that makes sorting calves from a cow a breeze. You can custom order sizes to fit your current operation, or you can start from scratch. Rockin' 7W also does trailer repair on any size trailers, mobile welding, and custom cattle hauling. Call Justin at Rockin' 7W at 701-206-1030. That's 701-206-1030. Rockin' 7W, the farmer and rancher's go-to guy.
It's every American's right to bear arms. At Mandan Sporting Goods, we're here to help you support your Second Amendment rights, which reads, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Whether you're looking for a pistol for personal defense or collector gun, we have the staff to help you. We also have the area's largest inventory of ammo and reloading supplies.
Mandan Sporting Goods, the area's local gun and ammo specialists.
For over 80 years, Dakota Community Bank and Trust has been your locally owned hometown bank, an honor we take great pride in, and our customer satisfaction has always been our most important goal. We've gone along with the communities we serve and will continue to do so with our pledge of modern banking convenience with old-fashioned hometown service. From remote deposit options to online mortgage applications, we are happy to serve you wherever you are. Learn more at DakotaCommunityBank.com. That's DakotaCommunityBank.com.
MoPro Guide Service, the best on Lake Oahe. Brent and his staff will give you the most enjoyable fishing experience, always having the latest in electronics, gear, and the most comfortable Lund boat on the water. Fish with somebody who lives in Mobridge, South Dakota, the heart of Lake Oahe. If you need a place to stay, the Morest Motel has newly updated rooms with free internet, a family-owned and operated business. Go to OaheWalleyes.com. That's OAHE Walleyes.com for the best fishing experience Lake Oahe has to offer. Western Frontier Insurance. Agents that understand you, your needs, and the community. Whether you're looking for coverage on your farm, ranch, home, or auto, you can trust that Western Frontier Insurance will find you a combination of price and coverage that works for you. No fancy jingles, no talking boxes or animals, just good neighbors helping to keep you covered. Western Frontier Insurance. Offices in Hazen, Washburn, and Wilton. Pfeiffer's Auction and Realty would like to invite you to their next equipment auction. Go to Pfeiffer's.com and check out the Weber online-only equipment auction in Cando, North Dakota on Thursday, May 4th. And on Friday, May 5th, the Eastern Montana Regional Equipment Auction out of Ekalaka, Montana. Tuesday, May 9th, the Blana Farm Retirement Equipment Auction in Kensal, North Dakota. For more information or to bid online, go to Pfeiffer's.com. Rockin' 7W has all the panels you need. Freestanding panels, windbreak panels, feeder panels, and the original protester panel. If you don't know what that is, it's a sort panel that makes sorting calves from a cow a breeze. You can custom order sizes to fit your current operation, or you can start from scratch. Rockin' 7W also does trailer repair on any size trailers, mobile welding, and custom cattle hauling. Call Justin at Rockin' 7W at 701-206-1030. That's 701-206-1030. Rockin' 7W, the farmer and rancher's go-to guy.
It's every American's right to bear arms. At Mandan Sporting Goods, we're here to help you support your Second Amendment rights, which reads, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Whether you're looking for a pistol for personal defense or collector gun, we have the staff to help you. We also have the area's largest inventory of ammo and reloading supplies.
Mandan Sporting Goods, the area's local gun and ammo specialists.
On that road, but don't you worry, one day I'll settle down. And when that time comes, I hope you're still around. I hope you're still around. I hope you're still around. I hope you're still around.
Welcome back, everybody. Dakota Prairie Outdoors Saturday edition. All across the Dakota Territory and great stations. KFYR and Bismarck, Mandan 550, 910, and Minot, KCJB, where I cut my teeth on radio business way back in the day, 30 plus years ago. Can you believe that? KOLY, Mobridge, South Dakota, the heart of Lake Oahe, and the capital city of Pierre, South Dakota, KGFX. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening. And it's, like I said, phone lines are always open, 888-932-5682. It's rare that you'll have a live talk show on a Saturday. I think Dan Cashman and myself are the only two that really do that anymore. So feel free to call in. I have John Anderson from Wilmer, Minnesota is sitting here with me. And Jesse Flath from Western Frontier Insurance is with me as well. Now, gentlemen, are you ready for the questions? First off, follow-up. Wayne Muth just texted us a picture this morning. He got his turkey tag filled. Congratulations. And, sorry, I didn't turn you on. There you are. Now you're with me.
Nice.
Now you're there. And let's see here. He also messaged, he said, a follow-up question from last week. Somebody asked when pronghorn antelope have their babies. And we were both like, we're not really sure. We just usually see them on the countryside here. But he says, yes, we were correct saying that they were born in late May, early June. And so, yeah, that's when they're going to be seeing some babies out there. Dear Elise, thank you for saying that I am unique. Very unique. I'll take that as a compliment, even though it's probably not meant to be one. But yeah, so there you go. Yeah, Jay says open lines this morning. Really? get the no, they're not riding until 8:30. That's why he's tuning in. That's why. Yeah. So the horse is in the trailer ready to go. Branding's going around the area. Here's the thing, Jesse. Somebody said, what we'd like to do, Scott, is we'd like to show up to your place and help you brand. I'm going to tell you this, if that's not a great way to get access for hunting, because branding is not only a very stressful day, but sometimes it's an invite only. So if you're not invited, don't just show up to some of that stuff.
Yeah, especially at your place, because
especially at my place.
Well, it's a little different situation. If you're not used to rounding up or riding in the Badlands, you're going to be more of a hindrance than a help. If you're not used to in air quotes, the way things are done in Slope County, you're not going to be prepared to show up at that branding.
The things that are done in Slope County change from one place to the next in Slope County.
They do, but at the same time, there's not a lot of other areas that rope and drag and tackle and take down calves the way that you do down there.
Yeah.
If you don't know, by me just saying, if you don't know how to rope and tail, don't go there.
Yeah.
And that's all I need to say. If you don't know what that is, you're not ready to go.
That's true. That's true. You have to teach a lot of people some of that stuff once in a while. There's no doubt about it. So,
yeah.
So, okay. Riley says, yeah, it is Master John here. He says, did you bring any house guests this time, Master John?
I did not. I did not. Although the last time I was here, we figured out there's no locks on the doors.
There's no locks on this old ranch house. Well, there are, but it's that old skeleton key, like in that old style key. We actually still use that if we need to lock something up around here. And,
that story still gets told up in this area, by the way.
That's awesome.
Hey, Dave from Minnesota's he's back in. He's listening. He says he's on his way to a bull sale here. He's from Henderson, Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
All right. So do you guys have so is Minnesota like North and South Dakota? North and South Dakota, it's like, are you West River or East River? Does Minnesota have any of that? Or is it just, are you from the city?
That's it. If you're from the cities, nobody likes you. If you're from anywhere else, we want to move to North Dakota or South Dakota. And I'm not joking. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But no, there's no real East River, West River, because there's, the Mississippi River runs out of the cities, and everything from there to the east, there's not much there, and you hit Wisconsin. So we just want to get rid of the cities.
But they're in charge of the entire state. You know that.
Yeah.
And including, like Minnesota is one of the areas, especially up by Duluth, is you have to hunt deer with a shotgun and slugs. You can't use a rifle up there because of the amount of trees.
Interesting.
It's kind of wild, my father-in-law, he's got a couple places, small properties out in Wisconsin where he lives now. And you would think it would be the same way there. But by his one place up kind of north and by Clayton, Wisconsin, there's a lot of trees. And it was still rifle hunting. Like, you sat in a tree stand and couldn't see more than 50 yards. And they're all using 243s. I mean, it was
really,
yeah, it was a different deal up there. Wisconsin's kind of the same way. You get into the big towns and you don't want to talk to anybody because their thought process is not ours at all.
Yeah.
But then all the rural areas are pretty much think the way we do, and they hunt and they know where their meat comes from and they understand the way the world works.
And they'll help their neighbor. Yeah.
They know their neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting that way kind of everywhere. I was surprised. We drove to California last week to see my brother-in-law, and he lives in a little community called Laguna Niguel, south of LA. And I say little community, but there's just houses everywhere. You didn't know when you went from one town to the next, But their little area that they live in is very, I'll say, segregated from the rest of the urban area. Like, they don't, as a rule, they don't leave about a 15-block area. Their school is there, their grocery store is there, their community center where the little girls goes to play soccer is right there. Like, they live in almost a smaller area than I do living in Hazen. And every neighbor that came walking by said, "Hi, oh, you guys are from North Dakota. You must be Dan's relatives." And it was very surprising on how small their community was, but they actually interacted, which I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. It does change depending on the area you're at. And the more urban it seems, but I mean, that's an urban area. I mean, if you were to drop me or you, Jesse, in that same household and look around, you're like, I'm in a city because there's so many houses around, right? I mean, that's what we would think. Yeah, exactly. Todd Mitchell says, so Scott, you don't want me to show up at your branding with my Buick and my sneakers?
Yes.
Todd, I welcome you to the branding. I would like that. In fact, we send a message to Charlie? Jesse, did we invite him this year?
So, interesting deal. When I was in California, Charlie tried calling me, but he called me at like 4 a.m. California time because it's 2 to 3 hours difference there. And he leaves me a voicemail. He's like, "Hey there, not sure what you're up to, but I got to talk branding with you. Give me a call when you get back." So Charlie called me, so I'll be calling him this weekend to see what he's got in mind.
All right. Got to get the big dogs in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Gene Cox says LA has a lot of urban outdoorsmen.
I can only imagine. Was that in air quotes?
It is in quotes. It is in quotes. Yeah. Urban outdoorsmen.
I think he's talking about homeless people.
Yeah, homeless. Yeah. Man, there's so many of that.
That in LA, my brother-in-law told me in LA that is becoming a increasingly large issue.
Well, okay, and so I had one person that messaged on Facebook or YouTube said that she would pay good money to see Todd Mitchell at a branding. Now, is he just got to show up, or does he actually have to do something? That's the question. I mean, if you could just stand there and lean against a corral, that's one thing. But would you like to see him wrestle a calf? Would you like to see him on horseback? Would you like to see him vaccinating or actually running a branding iron? I mean, we can set this up.
He could be the cord wrangler.
The cord wrangler. Well, I'll tell you what, we're coming up to the half side of things, and we never did start discussing. We're going to have to do that next one. Why I had a question, and I need to explain to people why I am not posting Black Lives Matter on my cattle anymore on my social media. And that is a whole nother lawsuit that I got sent a letter about. So we'll discuss that on the second half of the program, explaining why I haven't done that for many, many years. And there is a very good reason why. Keep it tuned right here. This is Dakota Prairie Outdoors, the live and local across the Dakota Territory and around the world. And you can call in 888-932-5682. That's 888-9-DAKOTA if you want to call in and join the conversation. Talking different stories in the second half on different states and different policies coming up. Pfeiffer's Auction and Realty would like to invite you to their next equipment auction. Go to Pfeiffer's.com and check out the Weber online-only equipment auction in Cando, North Dakota on Thursday, May 4th. And on Friday, May 5th, the Eastern Montana Regional Equipment Auction out of Ekalaka, Montana. Tuesday, May 9th, the Blana Farm Retirement Equipment Auction in Kensal, North Dakota. For more information or to bid online, go to Pfeiffer's.com. Rockin' 7W has all the panels you need. Freestanding panels, windbreak panels, feeder panels, and the original protester panel. If you don't know what that is, it's a sort panel that makes sorting calves from a cow a breeze. You can custom order sizes to fit your current operation, or you can start from scratch. Rockin' 7W also does trailer repair on any size trailers, mobile welding, and custom cattle hauling. Call Justin at Rockin' 7W at 701-206-1030. That's 701-206-1030. Rockin' 7W, the farmer and rancher's go-to guy.
It's every American's right to bear arms. At Mandan Sporting Goods, we're here to help you support your Second Amendment rights, which reads, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Whether you're looking for a pistol for personal defense or collector gun, we have the staff to help you. We also have the area's largest inventory of ammo and reloading supplies.
Mandan Sporting Goods, the area's local gun and ammo specialists.
For over 80 years, Dakota Community Bank and Trust has been your locally owned hometown bank, an honor we take great pride in. And our customer satisfaction has always been our most important goal. We've gone along with the communities we serve and will continue to do so with our pledge of modern banking convenience with old-fashioned hometown service. From remote deposit options to online mortgage applications, we are happy to serve you wherever you are. Learn more at dakotacommunitybank.com. That's dakotacommunitybank.com.
MoPro Guide Service, the best on Lake Oahe. Brent and his staff will give you the most enjoyable fishing experience, always having the latest in electronics, gear, and the most comfortable Lund boat on the water. Fish with somebody who lives in Mobridge, South Dakota, the heart of Lake Oahe. If you need a place to stay, the Morest Motel has newly updated rooms with free internet, a family-owned and operated business. Go to OaheWalleyes.com. That's OAHE Walleyes.com for the best fishing experience Lake Oahe has to offer. Western Frontier Insurance. Agents that understand you, your needs, and the community. Whether you're looking for coverage on your farm, ranch, home, or auto, you can trust that Western Frontier Insurance will find you a combination of price and coverage that works for you. No fancy jingles, no talking boxes or animals, just good neighbors helping to keep you covered. Western Frontier Insurance. Offices in Hazen, Washburn, and Wilton. Pfeiffer's Auction and Realty would like to invite you to their next equipment auction. Go to Pfeiffer's.com and check out the Weber online-only equipment auction in Cando, North Dakota on Thursday, May 4th. And on Friday, May 5th, the Eastern Montana Regional Equipment Auction out of Ekalaka, Montana. Tuesday, May 9th, the Blana Farm Retirement Equipment Auction in Kensal, North Dakota. For more information or to bid online, go to Pfeiffer's.com. Rockin' 7W has all the panels you need. Freestanding panels, windbreak panels, feeder panels, and the original protester panel. If you don't know what that is, it's a sort panel that makes sorting calves from a cow a breeze. You can custom order sizes to fit your current operation, or you can start from scratch. Rockin' 7W also does trailer repair on any size trailers, mobile welding, and custom cattle hauling. Call Justin at Rockin' 7W at 701-206-1030. That's 701-206-1030. Rockin' 7W, the farmer and rancher's go-to guy.
It's every American's right to bear arms. At Mandan Sporting Goods, we're here to help you support your Second Amendment rights, which reads, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Whether you're looking for a pistol for personal defense or collector gun, we have the staff to help you. We also have the area's largest inventory of ammo and reloading supplies.
Mandan Sporting Goods, the area's local gun and ammo specialists.
On that road, but don't you worry, one day I'll settle down. And when that time comes, I hope you're still around. I hope you're still around. I hope you're still around. I hope you're still around.
Welcome back, everybody. Dakota Prairie Outdoors Saturday edition. Good morning, and good to be along with you here on this Saturday morning. And I'm just praying that a large percentage of the Dakota Territory is getting some rain showers right now. We really need. I mean, we had so much snow. It's been the longest winter in many, many years, and now we're dry. So it's kind of scary out that way. John Anderson from the Wilmer, Minnesota area is joining me in studio. Jesse Flath on the phone line. And get this, guys, we're talking about Todd Mitchell coming to branding. So not only I have one lady that says she'll pay good money, and we have to discuss what that means. What's good money? But Daryl Lease also said that he would pay to see that happen as well. So now, Todd, I know you're listening. We could possibly do your radio program from the Corral system. We could possibly do that. Let's go to the phone line. It's 39. Let's see who the
K-Fire Cafe from Amadon.
Yeah, exactly. Good morning. What's your first name? Who's with us this morning?
Well, you got to guess who that is.
I got to guess.
We'll be seeing you.
Jaybird.
Jay, good morning from Montana.
I got the famous Ryan Pagel on speakerphone here, and we're sitting on our deck after we've checked everything, just waiting for the action to start. And when you guys get here,
Well, I'll tell you this: we had a little rain shower come through the ranch, very little. It's headed your way, so get ready for that.
For here, it barely settled the dust. So as far as I know, we're still going everything. The pickups over there, coolers on the back. Think Turk's chasing down some heifers that Ryan found for him. My side of the fence is all good. So we're just waiting for fun.
So tell us, the excitement and the nervousness right before branding. I mean, this is kind of the kickoff for me here is your guys' branding.
Yeah, well, we got one. I got one under my belt last week, and so I'm good to go. And actually, the nervousness for me isn't there because with the few amount of cattle I got here, it's all on the boss. I'm just having fun today.
We have fun every day. There's no doubt. Well, I tell you what, what's your one big beef about hunting situations that as a rancher, landowner type of person, what grinds your gears?
Oh, there's lots of them. The main thing is just in the fall time, guys going where they want. But here's the big deal. You guys that want to come out and hunt, come out and help us this time of year, and we'll give you access later on in the year.
Yeah, especially the amount of fence that we got to fix after this winter.
That would be a good deal. That you guys could earn some brownie points. Even if they can't come on fence, buy us some fencing material.
There you go.
Buy another one of those fancy fencing guns that you got, Jay. You loving that?
Oh, the pneumatic battery-powered staple gun, yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I would settle for barbed wire right now. The good stuff.
Yeah.
Not the cheap stuff, the good stuff.
Yeah, if you can find red brand barbed wire anywhere in the countryside, let us know. We'll buy it.
Yeah.
Well, hey, man, we'll catch you here in about an hour, okay?
Sounds good. Travel safe, you guys.
All right. See you in a little bit here. That's right. So I'm telling you this right now. He's ready for a good day here going on at a branding side of things. So branding season, man. Jesse, as well as anybody, we go all over the place. Oren Lesmeister just texted me from South Dakota saying it's been raining in his area for about 3 hours.
Wow.
Slow and steady. Not going to look at it until it's all over. So I don't know how much we have gotten yet. So good for you guys over in that portion of the South Dakota side of things, because man, we need the moisture. We need the moisture. Jamie says, what grinds my gears? People who were complaining about wet spring snow, and now we're still in a drought. That's me. That's me, one of them. All right. So you guys want to hear my Black Lives Matter story?
Yep.
I got a couple stories, Jesse, that you probably know both of these. So for folks that are listening across the area and have been following my social media page, this would probably be about 3 years ago now. 3 or 4 years ago, I was doing a lot of posting about ranching, about raising cattle, and trying to give a positive take on everything. And one of the things I did was I did a hashtag Black Livestock Matter, and I just shortened it down to Black Lives Matter. And I was posting this and all around the areas, all my social media pages, and I got a cease and desist letter from the actual Black Lives Matter organizations. And they said, hey, you're getting more, like when you search it, and I didn't know what this hashtag stuff did. I didn't know this, but when you Googled Black Lives Matter, there was more posts of my Black Angus cattle coming up than what they do. I don't know what they do, right? And I thought they just rioted and stole stuff, but evidently there's a whole different thing going on. So that's why you're not seeing the Black Livestock Matters posts anymore, because I was told to stop doing that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
And you actually listened?
I did. Here's the thing, Jesse. I don't have much in life. The last thing I need to do is be tied up in a lawsuit. You know what I mean? They're not going to get anything from me, but I don't want to give my cows up either. So
Do they have that statement or name copyrighted?
probably. I don't know. I thought it was freedom of speech, right? But evidently you can't do that. So
Not in Minnesota.
I can't say what's on your, and I can't say Black Lives Matter. So I can't do that. So
Well,
I
listeners,
feel oppressed. I feel oppressed, by golly.
There is your assignment for the week, everybody. Bombard the internet with pictures of Angus cattle with hashtag Black Lives Matter. And if 400 different people are doing it, I'd like to see what they want to try doing.
They'd probably still win. You never know. Eric says it's raining in Aberdeen right now. Good. One shot.
We've got nothing up here so far.
Went to a Brennan a couple years back and found time out. It was he says, went to a Brennan a couple years back. Great time. Found out I was too old to be a bulldogger. I did get a message from Riley. That is why they're rescheduling. Is we are forecasted up in this area for almost 3 straight days of showers at a 60 to 70% chance. That's a week away. There's no way they can forecast that.
I know, but he's playing it on the safe side.
That's true. Well, it's better to do it now than the day before. There's no doubt about that. Anyway.
And then the other thing I was going to bring up is I signed up about a year ago for update emails from North Dakota Game and Fish.
Yep.
Because I was struggling trying to find a hunter safety class for Karina so that she could hunt deer for the first time last year.
Right.
So we got past that. We got all that done. She got her first deer last year. But I am still getting emails because I don't know how to turn them off. But it's just about one email a day, sometimes less. One of the communications this last week when I was gone, they posted that youth tags, the 11, 12, and 13-year-old white-tailed doe only tags for the youth, due to a new law in North Dakota, which there must have been something that went through the legislative session this year. Those tags are now going to be valid in the regular season if you do not get them filled during the youth season, just like the buck tags are.
Really? Yeah.
So that's a good thing in my mind because it's early. It's really early. And we were fortunate enough with Karina to get out there and get a deer taken that first day we went out, which was not the first day of the season, but it was pretty early. But now if those kids, whether you're too busy in the field or weather or whatever happens, those young kids that have that doe only tag are going to be able to use that tag during the regular season now. So I think that's a good change that was made, whether it was made by Game and Fish or through legislative action.
Yeah, it's a good step up. The email that I got in, it was deer season is now set in the North Dakota side of things. The licenses available are 53,400. That's down 10,800 from last year.
Almost 11,000. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's available now. You can apply online, and that means if you're a landowner, you can also apply for your gratis tag as well right now.
And the mule deer numbers are down drastically again.
Yeah,
they're only a little bit. They're only a little bit below the whatever it was 25 or 50 year average, but compared to the last 2 years, they've been down drastically each year because the mule deer numbers were at kind of the high. And I think that was due to the no doe hunting for quite a while. But now with harvesting and weather,
I think EHD affected more. I know everybody says it doesn't affect mule deer, but I'll tell you this right now: I seen it firsthand affect mule deer.
I think it maybe didn't kill them.
No,
I think it
made them
affected reproduction big time.
Yeah, absolutely. Jamie says, I don't like the change to the youth tags. The outdoors are already oversaturated with hunters the way it is during deer rifle season.
Yeah, it's only going to get worse. So
Daryl says it was a legislative action thing. So yeah,
I just wondered if that was a weather thing or if that was a coyote thing or a predator thing.
I don't know. They don't. Some organizations take in consideration predators, but there's like a certain percentage they factor that in right away. But EHD hit last or 2 years ago so bad. I mean, it affected a lot here. Now back to the Black Lives Matter situations.
Mm-hmm.
Riley sent me a text. He says, my wife owns All Travel Matters is what her travel business is. And had a person tell her that her business name was offensive because it says All Travel Matters. How soft are people getting anymore, man? I mean, how soft are people? What is going on?
Unbelievable.
No, if you need a travel, I'll tell you this: North, South Dakota, anywhere, Minnesota, you guys are listening. If you need somebody to take care of your travel plans, contact All Travel Matters. She does a nice job. And yeah, somebody's sending me pictures. Jesse already started it. They're texting me pictures of Black Lives Matter. It's a close up. I'll put it on, show you on the YouTube. It's a very close up of a cow's nose.
Nice.
Thanks for sending that. I love that type of things here. And yeah, so that's what's going on. Let's
strength in numbers.
Yeah, deer tags down this year. Strength in numbers. What else is going on here? Let's get gratis applications. Get them in here. If you're landowner in the state of North Dakota, you have to get those in, and you can't get them later. That's one thing that they used to do is if you were a landowner and you missed out, like it could be a day before the deer season open, you could call them up and say, hey,
right.
I didn't get it, and they'd give you a tag. They don't do that anymore. You got to get that in online and do that. Now, I'm a fan of being able to do this stuff online. However, when they first switched to this, Jesse was one of the first ones I know of in his community that said, my doors are open. If you don't know how to do it, come into my office. I'll help you apply. Yeah. And I think everybody's kind of taken to that now. I think the online thing has gone over very well.
That's the only way you can do it now.
Yeah.
And now that they've got it 100% online and North Dakota Game and Fish finally has all their internal stuff figured out, you can see the difference it's made. And just look at how fast the elk and moose drawing came out this year.
Do you think that was because of the online situation or because people were saying, you know what, why do you wait so long to decide this?
I think it was because of the online situation.
Okay.
We'd have to talk to somebody at Game and Fish, but I think they finally got all their stuff figured out. Because it takes a while to get all that technology squared away. Yeah. Like with my insurance companies and my quoting websites, we asked for changes for years. And you would think it's just, we just want this one little checkbox to give or take away a certain coverage instead of having to do it after the fact. And it takes 2-3 years for them to implement that.
Yeah.
So I just think that there's a bigger issue with making changes, especially when you are going from paper applications to 100% online. I think it took them a while to get everything figured out. And now, because of how fast that results came out this year, it gives me hope that they've got things figured out. We'll know with the deer tags this year now.
Yeah.
The one catch they have with the deer tags is, like you said, I don't think the gratis tags were completely thrown into the tag numbers that are allowed in the past, but now they adjust the deer numbers, the drawing, according to how many landowner tags go out. It does have a factor on how many tags go out to the normal lottery.
Mm-hmm.
So that's still going to slow things down a little bit, but I really think we're going to see from the end date of applications to the draw date, I think we're going to see that time period really shrink now, is my hope.
I think it's a good thing because it allows folks, like right now, I've probably received 30 calls for elk hunters. And
Right.
usually you only get them like the week before September, you know, I mean, it's, I think that's a nice thing. So, yeah. So you ready for a story that I was told that I have to tell?
Okay, I got a quick grind my gears for you that happened today, yesterday in Hazen. I was having lunch with some people, and there was a gentleman that at his job, he has some stairs that he goes up every day, multiple times a day. And this robin kept building a nest in the middle of his stairs. And he's got to drag things up and down these stairs, and so that there'd be a half a nest there, and he'd throw it away, destroy it, get it out of here. The next day, there'd be a half a nest there again. He'd destroy it. This went on for days and days. And then a weekend came around. He comes back the next week to work. Here is a fully built robin's nest with some eggs in it. You're like, God darn it, now what do I do? So I still am not sure what he did. He wanted to just chuck it aside because get out of here. But, okay, there's eggs here. I know people are going to be all upset if they find out I did this. So I think what he did was tried to pick the nest up and set it on the ground. But another gal, she's like, well, them birds, you got to leave them bird eggs alone because them birds got to repopulate. The gentleman looks at her and goes, don't you have chickens? Don't you steal their eggs every day for lunch? That was the little in-person grind my gears conversation that I saw between two people. It was interesting. She was a little mad about them wild bird eggs possibly getting moved or destroyed.
Wow.
But the old chickens at home take the bucket of eggs from them every day, and
that's different. That's different. Yeah.
And that was her point. She's like, some are wild birds, and they need help repopulating. Where we got chickens, there's chickens everywhere. But it was funny. It was two different viewpoints, and he's like, I don't really care about robins, you know. So it was an interesting. And both of these people, rural, farm-based people, but there was a difference of opinion on what should be done with that nest that was in his way. You know,
yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're in an area where you all do kind of think the same. There's always something to discuss.
Yeah.
Know?
There's always different viewpoints.
Absolutely.
All right. So a lot of folks have listened to my daily program, and they heard about the situation my boxer dog had with a coyote. And Master John said I need to tell this on my show today. So I'm going to finish with the story. So in February, feeding cows in my winter pasture in the deep stuff, my boxer dog decides every morning he wants to run down, feed the cows, and come back. This trip down into the deep stuff, I get through the pines, and there's a coyote that comes streaking across. And I grab my rifle, jump out of the pickup, throw the bipods down, and my boxer dog put the hammer down, and it was chasing this coyote. And I was like, hey, this is his job, right? Mm-hmm. This is what they were designed to do, is the fight, right? And so he gets down there, and I was watching through the scope, and I was like, it's on, man. And he gets up to the coyote, circles around her a couple times, and decides to
get the business,
get it on. Yeah, I was sitting there watching this in my scope, going, "Are you kidding me?" Could you imagine boxer coyote pups around the countryside, right? So I'm sitting in my scope and I have it ranged out, and I'm like, well, it's bro code. You got to let him do his thing. Right? I mean, seriously. I mean,
you can't stop him on that one.
well, I'm not going to take a shot while my dog is, doing that to a coyote and, possibly hit my dog, And so anyway, he gets finished and he starts coming back to the pickup. And here she starts following him. And I wait until she's about 500 yards out and I whistle and she stopped and I shot her and shot the coyote, not my dog. So since then, my boxer dog has had a rash underneath and we had it checked out. It's not mange. It's not anything like that. We have no idea where it came from, but that is my boxer story. So there
I didn't know
go.
that you shot her. I was just waiting to
Oh
see.
yeah, I shot her.
Waiting to see the bio. And so what did you call him? A boxer? Coyote?
Boxer, coyote. I don't know.
A coxer?
Coxer, a biote. I don't know what it is.
Boxer.
Just a big-headed coyote running across the prairie.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in to Open Lines, just on what's on Scott's mind, evidently, here. And please don't send me any more cease and desist letters. Thank you very much. Have yourself a great day. Catch my show on DakotaPrairieOutdoors.com and eat some meat, drink some milk. Have yourself a great day. Stations, thank you so much for keeping with me. Appreciate that. Daryl says coyote STDs. Yep. It's exactly what we thought, but we got it checked and it wasn't. It wasn't an STD. So
Yeah. Munda cheese growing under there.
It's funny because we told the story to the vet, a lady vet, and there's all ladies that work there. So they did the tape thing. They put a piece of tape and pulled it off and went in a microscope looking for yeast. And she's like, it's just an allergic reaction to something. It's not from a coyote. And we're like, well, I think it is. I really do think it is. But, oh, man. All right, man. Jesse, thanks for tuning in and coming with us a little bit here. Appreciate it.
You bet.
I'm going to hit the road. I got the horse already loaded up. He's been standing in the trailer for an hour.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to head over to Watson's this afternoon. And then Chris Palmer's is on the 20th.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit his up. And then if you guys do come up to Schrieffer's, I'll see you there. I highly suggest getting a ball mounted on Grimace and throwing Jay's little trailer.
I bought a neck, a fifth wheel plate neck for my stock trailer.
Ah.
Yeah.
Just got a slider up in there.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like it.
We'll see how that works.
I think you should put that little itty bitty trailer on there, though. That would be way more funny.
If you see Chris today, Jay's riding one of his horses and has been riding him for a few months.
Chris Palmer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Jay brought this horse over when we were sorting pairs the first day on that windy Saturday. And that horse, like Jay came around the outside and was trying to cut a cow and a calf off. And that horse came unfreaking glued. And I mean,
javelined him into the ground.
Lawn darted him at a high rate of speed. Like he was going right to that horse was like dead-headed right toward the trailer. And I mean, Jay came flying off and his head hit a half inch before the rest of his body. And I mean, so close to the trailer. I mean, it was just like you're sitting in there watching this go down. There's nothing you can do. But if you see Chris today, say, I don't know. He says, yeah, I was talking to Scott and I don't know. Jay came over and helped him. Some crazy ass horse. I don't know who he's riding a horse for, but that horse is just lawn darting people off left and right.
He already knows that I know his horse is down there.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
All right, man. I'm gonna head over there. Maybe get in on a little bit of the roundup.
I'm gonna give Charlie a call here a little bit later this morning and see what he has to say or what he's got to ask.
Okay, sounds good, man.
We'll see you in June, big man.
You bet.
You're gonna make it out?
Oh yeah, as long as the pickup holds
All right.
together this year. So we're crossing our fingers.
No doubt.
They made this trip, and last trip I lost my trannies. So
that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
He drives a Dodge. He's a Bud Light drinker because they're used to blowing trannies.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's nicely played, Jay Berg. Sent me that one too. Yeah.
Oh, he said.
Yeah. Yeah. He didn't say anything about the Bud Light, but he said something about really you're blowing trannies in South Dakota. That's weird.
Good stuff.
Oh man.
All right, we'll catch you later, Jesse.
Have a good one.
Yeah. See ya. YouTube, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Thanks, Waylon. Eric, appreciate it. Have yourself a good day.